I both know that things are changing so fast and frequently that few people ever get to be experts on their jobs anymore. We're all constant learners. We make mistakes. Rather than being what I call a gotcha seagull coworker or manager, you know, the guy who kind of swoops in, drops on you when you make a mistake, we need to do more what they do here at SeaWorld, redirect.
There's no way that I can really jump in the pool and tell a killer whale, no, you've done it wrong, because I think that would upset them, and a lot of times I think they would swim away and totally ignore you. So what we've learned in working with animals, especially these killer whales, is we really don't focus on what's wrong. We focus on what's right in the environment. We take that energy that they put into doing it wrong and we redirect it into doing something right. That's exactly right. And that helps build a relationship. It helps build trust. And instead of an animal that's focusing on the frustration of what they've done wrong, they focus on how neat and how enjoyable and how fun it is to do things right. A long time ago when we worked our animals here, we told our animals no, and they showed their frustration by grabbing us and holding us and actually picking us up and taking us and putting us out of the pool. And that was a very honest way of saying, we don't like you. So it didn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that maybe not the way we want to work with these animals. And of course that started the whole process of us realizing that we don't want to focus on the negatives, and we definitely don't want to be negative, but we want to focus on the positives, and we want them to know that doing things right is a lot more enjoyable. Is that right? That's right.
The biggest benefit of redirecting with whales and people is that you try to keep everything going in a positive flow. So when you redirect, you go to something else. You go to something that maybe the animal already knows, or the person already knows how to do fairly well. That way you're keeping the whole process in a very positive direction. For instance, with this whale right now, he's getting a little mouthy with me. He's playing with my hands and things like that. So I can redirect him to doing something with his blowhole. Maybe reaching over here asking for his pet. That way he's not concentrating on using his mouth around my leg or around my hands. And that's a habit that we don't want to teach the whale. We don't want to teach them to be mouthy with us. Because when we do get in the water, and this little guy weighs 6,000 pounds, we don't want him biting on us.
An example is in teaching Una how to go left and right, signaling her left and signaling right. If I were to signal left and she were to go right, I would simply give her a pause and bring as little attention to the incorrect behavior as possible, and then guide her with touch the right direction. Good girl. And then as she does the right thing, be immediate with a nice back rub or something that she really likes. Redirection with people is gently putting a person back on course. Say if someone takes a slight detour, it's important to be the catalyst to bring them back on course for their own success and the well-being of the team.
Redirection is without a doubt the most effective way I know of to deal with mistakes or undesirable behavior. And that means we want to make sure the employee or coworker is aware that something isn't right. But we can't stop there. Instead of obsessing about what went wrong or looking to blame someone, we need to work to redirect the person's focus back towards positive results. Unlike the usual response people get, which is no news is good news, or the gotcha seagull response, the great thing about redirection is not only do you get to fix the mistake, you actually build the relationship in the process. In case you're still wondering why building relationships is the key to positive results and what this all means to you, think about this for a minute. Trainers who work with killer whales must focus on the relationship in order to get positive results. Their lives depend on it. Just like salespeople must focus on their relationship with customers to get positive results, their livelihood depends on it. And just like outstanding managers and leaders must focus on their relationships with their people to get positive results, the organization's survival depends on it. So it all comes down to this. The only way you can get results is to focus on making a connection and building great positive relationships with the people you work with. And that means that you have to build trust. Accentuate the positive. And when mistakes happen, redirect efforts back towards achieving positive results. Is it easy? Not always. Is it worth it? Absolutely.